All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all the brothers and a few sisters out there. Unto the Israelite foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Shalom in the Hebrew, which means peace. It's going to be a quick show through the spirit of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua. All right, I don't need to make this too long. This is because this is always an ongoing subject because of the times that we are in. Proving that we are in the end days, and it's just things are just gonna heat up more and more. All right, things are gonna heat up more and more people is gonna realize they've been hanging around with the losers too much. All right, meaning taking sides with this man is not gonna aid you in the times to come. It says, Israeli minister threatens to wipe Iran off the face of the earth. Now, let's be serious. For one, that's not going to happen. Two, what the hell did Iran do that is so terrible for them to be wiped out the face of the earth? So, when you talk about a few of them getting a few of the Amalek children, supposedly, 100 of them got their head chopped off, and they're using this propaganda in order to push the narrative of this war. Then when you look at the history, I believe 1917, it was already a letter stating that 6 million so-called small hatters was good. If they didn't get a homeland, that they would die. And then when it came down to the the event of World War II, so happens to be that number. But I guarantee there's more than 6 million people in Iran. And that sounds like a case of genocide. But you can't speak anything against the small hatters because you'll be an anti-Shem or Sim, which that's not how you say it. So that proves that this man is a bloodthirsty individual. Once again, this man keeps proving and saying the things that's out of this world because he is bloodthirsty. He don't have a problem shedding blood. I will never forget when I was in the military at the time, and 9/11 happened, and I remember one of the guys. He was an engineer. I was an engineer, and he was teaching me something how to use a machine. But he was like seemingly cool, whatever. But when he was talking about what happened in 9/11, this whole thing said we should nuke the shit out of them. We should get rid of them, you know. And even back then, my mind was like, wait a minute, whoa, like what? You want to wipe out a whole people because of one event? So you're really willing to genocide a population of, I don't know how many people is in, let's say hypothetically, I know there's more than 10 million. Let's say 50 million Afghanis. So you're willing to kill 50 million Afghanis for what? 2,000 people died in 9/11? So 2,000, you do the math, do the comparison to 50. I know it had to be like 2,000 or 3,000 people for 9/11 that died. Overall, probably. I'm not going to look it up. I'm just going to, but I'm saying, I'm taking a guess about, there's probably more than 50 million Afghanistanis, whatever. All right, but the bloodthirst that I heard from this man, it was like, whoa, you know, where's the mercy? Where's this coming from? So I was like, oh, yeah, but the back of my mind is like, yo, what the? So it's okay for them to say it. It's okay for them to sit there and say, oh, we got to kill such and such because they did this to us. And they expect you to take their side. But when they say outlandish shit like this, and should not the world be like, yo, y'all doing too much right now? Talking about wiping an ancient place as Iran from the face of the earth. But I'm going to read a little bit of this article. Israeli economy minister, I don't know how to say his name, so it doesn't matter. His last name is Barkat, said on Sunday that the Israeli forces would eliminate Hezbollah and target Iran if the Palestinian militants open a northern front. Now, not a Jake, but somebody had broken down. Hamas was a child of the Israelis. Hezbollah is another child, but is backed up by Iran. The Hezbollah already threatened, look, if y'all go in there, we're going to shoot missiles at you. One little strip has a wrath of the West, of America and Israel on one little strip of land. Makes no sense. But now if Hezbollah gets involved, which is more equipped than Hamas, then they're talking about fighting two wars, right? But then they say, you know what? We're going to go to the source and deal with them. That's not a wise move at all. But everything that they're doing is sporadic. It's unhinged. That's what it is. They're unhinged. Let me look up the word unhinged. I was looking for a word yesterday when I was doing a show. But I'm done with that one, right? I'll get it anyway. Unhinged. Meaning highly disruptive, unstable, or distorted. Attacked by unhinged extremists. So they unhinged, unstable right now. They're making sloppy moves, like I said in the last show. Very questionable moves. When you do certain things, you gotta be sure about yourself. You gotta be sure of every single move that you make, that there won't be a fallback. But this man is so bloodthirsty. Let me get this scripture real quick. He is so bloodthirsty, it doesn't matter. All right? Well, actually, two scriptures on Revelation 6 and 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given unto him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they shall kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. This is Esau's blessing. All right? This is Esau's blessing. He is blessed with the sword. So that's all he knows. Psalms 11 and 6. Sorry. Psalms 11. I'm sorry, I'm in the wrong chapter. Psalms 11 and 5. The Lord trieth the righteous, but the wicked and him that loveth violence, his soul hateth. And we know the word for violence is kamas. Violence, wrong, cruelty, injustice. It says damage, false, injustice, oppression. This man is a great oppressor. Unrighteous, violence against, done violently, dealing. So this man is the beacon of violence. He was blessed with the sword, and he's very unhinged. All right, he's operating in a way. It's very, like I said, it's very questionable with the moves that he's making. But this is why Matter of fact, I'm going to go to here. Habakkuk 2 and 6 it is. Matter of fact, let me just start up. Habakkuk 2 and 4. Behold, the soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. He has a crooked soul. He was created to be crooked. All right. He was created to be violent. He was blessed with the sword. If somebody was blessed with something that takes people's lives, I mean, the world operates one way and he operates the opposite. Ooh, damn. Now I'll just say something. It says, but the just shall live by his faith. And who's the just? The just is the Israelites. All right, we was designed, our weapon of choice is Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. All right, that's our weapon. Okay, which technically is not our weapon. That's our source. We the Lord's weapon. All right, the Lord is our source of everything. So we rely on him for everything. That's our gift. And it says, yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine, which is what is his wine? It's democracy. He's a proud man. To make a statement like this, I'm sorry, I got to go back to this lovely article, which I didn't finish. I didn't even start, but I don't need to. The headline itself speaks volume. To sit there and say, wipe Iran off the face of the earth, that is some shit to say. It says, let me go back to this and I go back to the scripture. It says, the plan of Iran is to attack Israel on all fronts. If we find they intend to target Israel, we will not just retaliate to those fronts, but we will go to the head of the snake, which is Iran. Barkat told the Mail on Sunday, and added, the Ayatollahs in Iran are not going to sleep good at night if they move against Israel. Barkat warned that Lebanon and pro-Palestinian militants group Hezbollah are going to pay a heavy price, similar to what Hamas is going to pay. Israel would go after the heads of Iran if necessary. The minister said, Israel has a very clear message to our enemies. We are saying to them, look what's going in Gaza. You are going to get the same treatment if you attack us. We're going to wipe you off the face of the earth. Now, that part makes sense to anybody to defend themselves if you're going to get attacked. But we know how it goes. It's the propaganda, because they the ones that's going to do the attack, and they're going to blame it to make themselves feel like they are the victims. They play this victim role very, very good. You know, they play that role extremely good. They wear it nicely. But if you're going to say we're going to wipe you off the face of the earth because you attack us, it makes sense. It says the statement came after Iranian foreign minister Hussein, I don't know how to say his name, Abdullah, said on Monday that the security situation for Israel may worsen very quickly if the war crimes against Palestinians are not immediately stopped, and other multiple fronts will open, and this is invulnerable, he said. The Iranian diplomat later doubled down, warning the U.S. and Israel that if they do not stop mistreating the Palestinians, anything is possible at a moment, and the region will go out of control, which makes sense, which makes a lot of sense. All right, we gotta be the bigger. Got to think things through, because that makes sense. The region is mainly Ishmael, Elam. Yeah, Ishmael, Elam. That's the main thing. And you got this little strip where Esau, Edom, prime favorite son, Satan's favorite son, Amalek, and they causing all this trouble in that land, all that in that area. So the region have every right to lose it. Like, yo, because if America's gonna back up these little guys, who's gonna stop America from wiping them out? It says the IDF and Hezbollah have repeatedly exchanged fire since the fighting interrupted between Israeli forces and Hamas earlier this month. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, stated on Sunday that the Hezbollah would suffer unprecedented destruction if it officially joins the war against the Jewish state. So this thing is going to be ongoing, and it's going to just get hotter and hotter to the point where World War III is going to be official. It's not going to be a rumor. It's going to be it. All right. So back to the Rebecca. Yeah. Also, because he transgresseth by wine, he's a proud man. Neither keepeth at home. So he's in everybody's land. He's in everybody's business. All right. Who enlarges his desire as hell is as death cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations. This is why America is a melting pot, and heapeth unto him all people. Shall not these take up a parable against him, and turn a proverb against him, saying, woe to him that increases that which is not his. How long? And to him that is ladeth himself with thick clay. And that thick clay is abatya in Hebrew, which means debt. Two fronts of debt. The main debt, all right, is the sinful debt. The other debt is financial debt. Shall they not rise up suddenly? So what's happening now? They're rising up suddenly. There's no more peace talk. Everybody's up in arms. And they get things to the extreme level. All right? People are thinking in an extreme level. What is that extreme level? Wiping out a whole race of people. That's the level that they are in right now. That shall bite thee, awake, and they awaken. That shall not vex thee, and thou shalt be booties unto them, meaning spoils. All right? They're going to be spoils unto these other nations, because the other nations are seeing the opportunity that's being presented to them. And they're pissed, rightfully so, because that has spoiled many nations, and all the remnant of thy people, and all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of the man's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. So this man has a violent track throughout all the world. All right. Woe unto him that covenants an evil covenant to his house. So when you look up the word covenant, or covenant, to cut off, break off, gain by unrighteous violence. And that's how they got the majority of the world, by the unrighteous violence. And the world seeing it in full display, and they're not falling for the talking points that people normally expected to just agree upon. All right. And this non-talking point that people are not agreeing upon is changing the mindset of the people and the status quo. All right. It says, get finished, be covenant, be greedy. So they're greedy. They just want to take everything. They got the majority of the world. They own all the governments, the small hatters do, and they're not satisfied. They're never going to be satisfied. Let's say hypothetically they wiped out the Palestinians. You think that's going to stop them? You already hear the talk. They want to wipe out Iran. Let's go how they thinking. If they say if they wipe out Iran, are they going to stop there? No, they're not. All right. They want to stop at that moment, at that time. They will continue to destroy everything in their sight because they want to bring in a new world order. It says that may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil, which those are the space stations that they want to escape because they know this thing is going to get heated up. They know. That's why you had Mussolini and Albert Pike laying down the rules, laying down the planning of 3 world wars. It says there has consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people and have sinned against thy soul. And that's what they did. This is a shame. All right. I'm going to end it off on this. Ezekiel 35 to the point. It says, thus 35 and 7. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out and from returning. And I will fill his mountains with his slain men, and thy hills and thy valleys and all the rivers shall fall that are slain with the sword. And I will make thee a perpetual desolation, and thy city shall not return, and ye shall know that I am the Lord. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Did I skip it? Oh, there it is. This is going to come out more and more. Verse 6, therefore, as I live, saith the Lord, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. See if thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. So blood is going to pursue you. You're going to not shed the blood and get away with it. Blood is going to pursue you. All right. Obadiah. And this is exact reason why, matter of fact, not Obadiah. This is exact reason why this scripture comes to mind. Isaiah 14, I believe I'll start at 16. They that see thee shall narrowly look. So this is talking about the prophecy in the kingdom of heaven. All right. The world's going to see, the nation's going to see you. You're going to see you in your true state. And that true state is what? You're going to be voiceless, hairy, hunchback, looking like a bunch of demons that you are. You're going to be in a natural caveman state. It says, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness, and destroyed the cities thereof, opened not the house of his prisoners? So all this is part of the traits of the devil that's on earth. All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, everyone in his own house. So the nations in the future, all right, going to have their own land, and they're going to be put in certain position. But thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch. But Edom is going to be cast out of his grave. He's not going to have no resting place. All right, he's going to be an abominable thing. And it says, as a remnant of those that are slain, thrust through with a sword, that go down to the stones of the pit, and as a carcass trodden underfoot. And thou shalt not be joined with them in burial. So you're not going to be in position of anything. You're going to be shut the fuck up. We're going to shut you down. You're not gonna be able to lie no more. You're not gonna be in a position of any sorts of remembrance of of your accomplishment. All that is gonna be thrown out the window, because thou hast destroyed thy land, which is America, and slain thy people, which they destroy their own people. Esau is well known for crack on cracker violence. Shit, after in 1492, all those damn Edomite nations, the French, the Spaniards, and so forth, were fighting each other. The British, they were all fighting each other. Dutch, for lands. All right, they was killing one. There was no problem. They would go to war, and to this very day, all right, to this very day, to this very moment, these people are killing themselves, killing one another, and don't have a problem with that. It says the seed of evildoers shall never be renowned. So it's talking about an actual men. All right, men come from other men by the seeds of their father. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquities of their fathers. So their wickedness. So we always bring out George Washington, Andrew Jackson. But if you go in deeper than that, you got I was gonna say Baron Rothschild. You got Nathaniel Rothschild. You got what's the father name? Damn. Meyer Bauer. All right. And this whole conglomerate of taking over the world and slaughtering everything that's possible. Oh, what about the Borgias? Okay. The rabbit hole goes deep, man. So for all the shit that they have done, we're gonna prepare slaughter for them, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the earth. No, sorry, fill the world with cities. So you're done. You're toast. You're condemned. Everything that you're doing, every move that you're making, shows you why the Lord in the book of Hosea said that Esau is going to be wiped out. Even the Bible dictionary, where scholars sat there and wrote everything down, known for a fact that you Edomites, Esau, was going to be wiped out. Was not promised no salvation, because you wanted to wipe out everybody from the face of the earth. All right, your bloodlust is going to get you what your soul desires. And that's why after 1,000 years, you're going to be wiped out for good. That being said, shalom to the elect of the nations, shalom.